Hello students, I hope all of you are doing well. So today we are going to start the first chapter of your supplementary reader book, that is Footprints Without Feet. So this is the first chapter and the name of the chapter is A Triumph of Surgery by James Herriot. So first of all, let us know about the author. James Herriot was the pen name of James Alfred. So pen name means what? The author who used to write by using his pseudonym. Okay, so the original name of the author is actually James Alfred. But while he used to write some stories or novels, he used to give the name James Herriot. He was a British veterinary surgeon and a writer. He used his experience as a veterinary surgeon to write a series of books. So besides being an author, he was a veterinary surgeon as well. So next, let us move to the characters. As I have always told you that characters are important, right? So in this short story, you will find three characters. First of all, Harriet, that is the narrator himself. Secondly, Tricky, the dog. And the last one, Mrs. Pumphrey. She is a rich lady and the owner of the dog. So these three characters are very important. Okay, throughout the chapter you will see how all of the three plays an important role. So here the main role that has been played by Harriet, Mrs. Pumphrey and Tricky. The story centers round the dog, that is Tricky. You will see in this short story how excessive love and care showered by Mrs. Pumphrey towards her dog has resulted in some disasters. Okay? So next, let us understand the title. The title is very important of a short story, right? So you see the title, A Triumph of Surgery. Now first of all, we have to understand what do you mean by triumph. Triumph means victory. And surgery, this is important, okay? Surgery means here a place where treatment takes place, or in some other way you may say a hospital. Here surgery is used as noun, not as verb. Here surgery doesn't mean operation or operating. It means a place where treatment has taken place. So in this short story you will notice that how James Herriot, that is our veterinary doctor, takes Tricky to his surgery, that is to his hospital, to his place, and provides him some treatment. Okay, and the important thing is that in order to provide treatment to Tricky, the doctor has not performed any surgery. Neither he has given him any medication, that is any kind of medicines. Only a balanced diet and regular exercise helped Tricky to get cured. You will notice throughout the story how Mrs. Pumphrey, due to her blind love towards Tricky, resulted in her illness. You will notice how Tricky was getting, he was putting on weight, and at the end we have noticed that how the dog was unable to move, he was not taking any food, but Mrs. Pumphrey thought that it was because of her malnutrition, because she has blindfolded her. Out of love she could not notice that she was providing excessive food and she was giving her excessive love towards her dog, and which has caused a disaster. So in order to understand the chapter properly, please go through this video. Okay, before we move to the video, let us see the theme. As the theme I have already discussed, you see here you have to remember excess of everything is bad. This you have to remember, that love and care is fine, but if you provide too much of love and care and if you pamper someone, it may lead to some kind of disaster. This chapter shows the silly and negligent behavior of rich people who can harm others by their extra caring nature. Sometimes too much of love, too much of care, too much of everything is dangerous. Okay, so as I have told you, I will be showing you a video. Please go through it.
Let's see what happens in A Triumph of Surgery by James Herriot. James Herriot, a veterinarian doctor, narrates the story of Tricky the dog and how he gets better. He saw Tricky one day with his owner, Mrs. Pumphrey. James was shocked to see Tricky's appearance. He was seriously overweight and had bloodshot eyes. Mrs. Pumphrey quickly explained that she thought Tricky was suffering from malnutrition. So she fed him some malt, cod liver oil, and a bowl of Horlicks. She also confessed that she fed him some cream cakes and chocolate. James realized the situation was bad. He knew Tricky could never say no to food. So he gave the lady some stern advice. However, as he watched Mrs. Pumphrey walk away with Tricky, he thought it wouldn't be long before he heard from her. Sure enough, Mrs. Pumphrey called a few days later. It seemed Tricky was refusing food and was suffering from bouts of vomiting. James had already made a plan by then. He knew that the only way to cure Tricky was to get him away from the house and into his clinic. So he came to Mrs. Pumphrey's house and suggested Tricky be removed to his clinic for 2 weeks. Mrs. Pumphrey almost fainted at the suggestion. But the narrator was firm. Grabbing hold of Tricky, James carried him down to his car. The whole household was in an uproar. The staff rushed about getting blankets, bowls, clothes, and toys for Tricky. The narrator, realizing the items would not fit in his car, quickly drove away. From his rear-view mirror, he saw the entire household standing on the road in tears. At his clinic, his dogs came rushing to him. Tricky, in contrast, just stared at them with dull eyes. For the next 2 days, Tricky was given only water and no food. At the end of the second day, Tricky started showing some interest in his surroundings. On the third day, the narrator led Tricky to the dogs playing in the yard. Tricky slowly followed the dogs around as they played. Later, after the dogs were fed, Tricky sniffed their bowls, licking them casually. The next day, when a bowl was set from him, Tricky joined the other dogs for his meal. That was the turning point for Tricky. From then on, he made rapid progress, fighting them for food and hunting rats at night. On hearing that, Mrs. Pumphrey started bringing around baskets of eggs. Then she started sending wine. Lunch became a fun affair, with glasses of wine before and during the meal. Finally, she sent a bottle of brandy. James and his partner reverently enjoyed this drink at dinner. James was tempted to keep Tricky permanently, if only for the fine spirits and the eggs, but he knew that Mrs. Pumphrey was suffering. So he called her and gave her the good news. Within minutes, Mrs. Pumphrey arrived at the clinic. There was a marked change in Tricky now. No longer was he a fat, bloated animal. Now he was agile and well-muscled and kept up well with James's dogs. James carried Tricky back to Mrs. Pumphrey's car. The minute Tricky saw his owner, he jumped out of James's arms and rushed at Mrs. Pumphrey. She tried to defend herself as Tricky barked and licked her face. Mrs. Pumphrey, with tearful eyes, thanked James. She believed it was triumph of surgery.
So have you noticed how it has been explained? So you see, in this story we have noticed how excessive love and care towards the dog has resulted in his deterioration. There are some sort of people who show too much of love and affection without knowing its consequences to others. Undoubtedly, their intentions are good and do not have any sort of ill will. So we have seen that Mrs. Bumfairy, she loved Tricky blindly. Her love and affection was true, but too much of everything is bad, as I have told you previously. So here at the end also we have noticed that because of excessive love and care, Tricky was suffering. But you will find there are some people in the society who are much practical and tactful, like our narrator. On the other hand, the narrator seems to be a practical and tactful person. He immediately understands Tricky's problem. Tricky does not suffer from any illness. His main cause of problem was overfeeding. So you see, Tricky was not having any kind of disease, neither he was suffering from any illness. The problem was that Mrs. Bumfairy has always overfed Tricky. In spite of his, unwillingness, she used to provide Tricky with different kinds of, food items like sweets, chocolates, and the rest, and which were really poison for Tricky. It was slow poisoning Tricky, but the love and affection has, blindfolded Mrs. Bumfairy. So you see, in the society we find people like Mrs. Bumfairy as well. As I told you previously also, that literature is the reflection of the society. So this story doesn't limits here. Okay, so people like Mrs. Bumfairy you can see all around. You can see around by your side or in the society as well. You will find there are some parents even who are too much possessive about their child. Their sense of overindulgence can go either way. There are examples of parents spoiling their children by protecting them in each and every way, thus creating hardships for them later in their life. Okay, so this was all about A Triumph of Surgery, and the most important thing you have to remember in this chapter is excess of everything is bad. You have to be practical at times. Okay, thank you.